All right, guys, here with Quinn Miners of Wisconsin Whitewater. We'll go over the whiteboard. Favorite plays, the #1 play of all offensive linemen, power. Talk some protections as well. Let's get them on the whiteboard. All right, buddy, let's talk about power, your favorite play. Draw it up.
All right, here we go. Pretty simple, 34. All right, so we were never under center at Whitewater. So get the little quarterback there, got the running back, and we got our H set up right there. So usually we would have, I got one over here. Okay, so we're looking here, we're gonna call this, it's an even front pro. We had a point system at Whitewater, so what our center is looking for here is, so we kind of imaginary tight end. The first person inside of that imaginary tight end is who we're going to call our point. So for this case, we're going to call Sam the point, and then now everything back of that. So we got -1 and -2. So that's kind of how it sets up our double teams here. So I guess I'll start from the inside out. So center called that point. The center's got a back block on that nose. We got the tackle is going to do a hinge block. And if this DN does something weird, he can try to come up and cheat and get to the -2. One of the most important block of this play is actually right here. So this is our double team. So the tackle and guard up to here to the -1. To kind of talk about that double team, the right guard is going to kind of take a play side step, half the man, and then our tackle is going to come down kind of just head down and just try to push the whole pile, get him, flip him over to the opposite A gap. And now we'll go to the H. He's got this banana kick out block on the defensive end. And then now, my favorite part of this play, left guard, we're gonna pull, and it's a mentality, and we're gonna win this A gap right here. I'm gonna pull through and try to kind of strike a match off the right tackles behind and inside out the point linebacker. And just go into some of the techniques of that.
A couple of things here. So let's say it plays out like you drew it up, where you washed everyone down, you know, in there. What shoulder, you said inside out, you drew it inside. What shoulder are you trying to hit this guy with?
I'm trying to hit him, so it would be like my right shoulder on his right shoulder, so try to keep that, and another thing, you can go eye leverage, so it's really trying to make sure I inside out, because let's say we're on the hash here, the running back should just grab the ball and go there. He doesn't have to make a cut, he should just be able to run right through the...
So if the Sam then kind of moves over here a little bit, are you still trying to inside out him, or at that point you're just going to square him up and try to take him?
So we are trying to still inside out kind of regardless, but if he is there's definitely those times where it's going to be harder to do it, so it's just kind of get him displaced out of there.
I know you say you love pouring that A gap. We're going to see that on film in a little bit as well. What happens if this tackle, they can't move this tackle, he's kind of just hanging out here? Are you still trying to go through that? Are you trying to go around that block now to get him?
Okay, so if the tackle, let's say he played back or he's being really stiff here, tackle's not getting a lot of movement, so the guard's taught to just go. He's got to go up there and get to that minus.
Okay.
And so our technique, unless we have a 34 wrap, my technique is still going to go try to win this A gap. So I'm going to shuffle pull through here and do my double bump technique and try to help this tackle, so that way I can try to put this tackle out and our tackles.
So you're trying to pull through the A gap no matter what.
Pretty much A gap no matter what, and the rule. So my offensive line coach, Coach Allen, he goes skate only if you're right, and if you're not right, you're wrong. And so you wanted to it was pretty much rack it more times than not is what we called it.
So if you end up having kind of this movement here where you have this pirate stunt, right? 2 in here, and maybe you have this guy come right down there. How are you going to handle a situation where they have a stunt like that?
So that would be a play where I would notice that, and that would be probably where the skate would come in. So the guard's going to be overwhelmed with this. Tackle's going to have to come up to the minus, and then because he's stunting in, he's probably going to be losing his block.
Right.
So I mean, it could turn into a double bump with me double bumping now our fullback. But if there's so much, if there's more displacement on the other side, and I'm able to see my point blitz in, then we could definitely then now move it to more of an outside.
In your stance, are you looking over here, or because that might give it away? Are you just kind of as you get in your stance, you're gathering yourself a little bit and looking over there, what are you doing?
Definitely cheating it. So I'm walking up to the line and I'm kind of going, all right, I'm looking where the center's calling the point, and then I kind of look, and sometimes if the tackle, if we were running this play against an odd front, and the tackle had more of like a 4 or a 4-eye, he would, hey, 4-eye, and he would yell, so that way I knew I was probably gonna have to help him because he already had his face crossed. So yeah, I definitely kind of try to take a little peek before. But honestly, when you're running like this power or any power, it's a new picture every time.
Yeah.
So every rep is different.
I love how it's just A gap no matter what, because a lot of times, especially if you do like that odd front, right? You're running that odd front here. You think that, and maybe you draw odd front up real quick. It's because normally, you know, it's tough to tell someone as a guard A gap no matter what when, you know, that guy is that's gonna be a really muddy look coming through there with that kind of 4-eye. Let's put them even tighter, like almost like an under front. Yeah, right there. Yeah, so you're pulling around here, and you know this guy, even if he's right in this hole, he's got a good block on him right there. You're still going to come and just right up there, right?
Yep, that's exactly what we're going to do.
And
so
the back never reads this guy and bounces this way. He just follows you every time.
He's supposed to follow me every time. Follow Big 77.
That's what the play's called. Follow Big 77. Well, and power is a staple at every level, and it's one of those plays where you run it 10 times. You know, 7 of them you get 2 yards. 2 other times you get 4, and then you get 100 on the last one.
I think as a spectator, people are like, why are you running the ball? But honestly, the most amount of fun that I have, and I'm sure a lot of linemen do, is when you get those 2-3 yards and you're just grinding. You're grinding people. And there was, in a playoff game in 2018, we ran this same play 8 times in a row down the field. It was just 34, 34, 34, 34, 34, and we scored a touchdown on 34.
It's the best feeling in the world.
So, and it was no huddle too, so it was me constantly pulling, and I was pretty out of breath.
Were you tired?
Oh yeah, I was very tired after like that 7th rep of pulling.
It was worth it though, right? You scored a touchdown.
Yes, we scored a touchdown, you get a little water break, and get ready for
the
the next one. Yeah, we did win and move on to the playoffs.
There you go. Good for you guys. Let's talk about protections here. Do you have like a memory of like a difficult kind of pressure you saw and how you adjusted with your protection?
Yes, I can go into some of that. So we'll call this here. We'll slide to our right. So we would call this. We call it 61. So we would rip.
Yeah.
And so we would call the center would call the point system we had before. That would be where our running back would go. So now we know our running back. So this is our.
So he gets up there. He gets up there and goes. Mike left, and you would go to the other.
And we go, and then now we would go. No, this is our minus. So in my freshman year, we would call the point for us as the O-line, and then it got flipped. So now we were calling the point for the running back. So the running back has this job.
Don't you? And now you spent 3 years doing that. And when you get to the NFL, they're going to point every time. Whoever they point to is who you work to.
Yeah. So got to switch it back. So we'll start on the left side, and so we got man. So we just go big on big. So I would go number 1. Number 1, number 2. And so now here's our slide side. So we got Y doing whatever Y's want to do, whatever. And then
whatever. Here's one of those guys.
So now this is where it kind of gets a little tricky. So now you got 3 guys for 4 guys, and so we're looking at him.
Yeah.
And the corner that could be a bonus. So originally we're trying to go 3 for 3 here in this triangle, and so we'll identify bonuses. So that way, like maybe the Mike doesn't come, he's out in coverage. Sam decides to come, or let's say corners, trying to cheat or something like that. So that's because we would try to switch responsibilities. I know some teams would sometimes have the center pop because
it's becoming more teams are doing it, but it was a long time before they did that. So let's say you're playing center here, even right guard. You're most likely playing center in the NFL. What are you looking at from the structure of the defense to maybe let you know that they're bringing pressure?
So the first thing I would notice is if we're seeing a rotation of a safety, maybe corners kind of cheating down, or someone. They're usually in a blitz. They're trying to cheat something up. So maybe Mike's out of the box a little bit. It's like, okay, why is he over there? Maybe he's. Yeah. Someone's got to cover a certain area. So as a center, I'm kind of looking at, all right, what are they trying to do to kind of cheat that and give it away?
It's very important to know, like that's when the safeties rotate, because again, like they can't bring 1, 2, 3, 4, and then have no one over here. Like I said, safety's back in the middle. Y is wide open. There's no one over there, right? Like this guy should just pop right here and throw the ball and takes off. So we have to watch if the safety is able to come down here, or like you mentioned, the Mike widens to block the tight end, to get the tight end, then someone can come, right? You count. There's one offensive player on this side of the field, and if there's 3 defenders for one player, it's not the way defenses work. So someone's going to be bringing pressure. So if they're bringing like a pressure like a Mike Sam as a center, are you alerting everyone? Or which of the 3 are you taking?
So we're gonna block the most dangerous. So we're gonna take probably we're gonna take him because that is our minus.
Yeah.
So the quarterback knows that these 2 are our hot reads.
Yeah.
Those are our bonuses. So as soon as I see Mike, whether he's creeping or he comes late, I'm yelling out, 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 out. So then I'm bumping the guard, and the guard bumps the tackle, and then the tackle now has that minus.
And then you just put the back on 1.
And the back will if the back
Or he's out, yeah.
back would usually just look here, scan, and then.
Oh, he wouldn't. He'd be. So you're right. You're sliding this way, yeah. So hot off too. Fantastic. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of this, and the double A gap. You probably didn't see much double A gap, did you?
We did have one team that would bring both of these guys here, and then they would crossfire them.
Oh yeah.
Which you just got to pick one and go, and then the running back kicks the other
Yeah.
one. So you take the first one that crosses your face.
Yeah, you'll learn a lot about that when you get to play center.
Yeah.
They're going to test you with that early on. All right, that has been our board session with Quinn. It's fantastic to go over the favorite plays of his and see the adjustments. It's a lot more than just looking at the 4 down guys. I look at the safeties and linebackers. So thanks for doing this, buddy.
Yeah, thank you guys.